Hey everybody, I wanted to thank all of you that have shown me all this love and support to the video that I posted, and I also posted the written version of my Me Too story. It's meant the world to me, and the comments underneath that video have been so supportive, and many of you have reached out to me on social media and direct message me. I've gotten texts from friends, and I just thank you so much for all that support. And I want to talk specifically to some people who have told their stories, either posted them in the comment section or even like I posted on Facebook, and some of you have direct messaged me and told me your personal stories of abuse. And I applaud you so much for doing that, and I want to let you know a couple of things, especially to those of you who may be posting about it online or telling me is maybe the first time you've ever spoken about it. Is, first of all, I'm so sorry that that happened to you. It's awful, and I'm sorry. That sucks. And good for you for talking to people about it. I will give you the advice that was given to me. When I first, in the spring of 2017, started having the memories and I was starting to flip out. I had repressed memories come forward. I don't know if that's your thing, but even if you're just always have had the memories and now you're like starting to sort of acknowledge them or talk about them. I told a very good friend of mine who'd had the similar stuff, and he's helped a lot of people, and he just said, you know, I'm sorry you went through that, Graham, and you got to get help immediately. Because all these emotions come forward, shame, self-doubt, and it's easy, and I know I felt this, I felt like I could easily go down the road of self-destructive behavior or denial, or just, I'm gonna numb out drugs, alcohol, sex, video games, food, whatever your thing is, or be abusive to myself, get in fights, get in trouble, like whatever. So, and go real easy and gentle with yourself. If going to get, I would suggest a therapist. What worked for me, EMDR was suggested to me. That's helped a lot of people. It's helped like people with PTSD, soldiers, cops, stuff like that. Somatic therapy, my therapist does a combination of somatic and EMDR. It's very helpful. So, and it took me a month to find a therapist. I mean, I had to find someone that was in my, not lived, but their office was near in my part of town. LA is very spread out. That also was in my network for my insurance, because I didn't have money to go out of pocket on that. And it took me a month, and in that month it was challenging. I also went to a support group for male survivors. And so go real slow and real gentle and real easy with yourself. Just start telling people that you trust first. It took a year and a half of therapy and talking to people in support groups before I told my story. There's no rush to tell your story publicly. There's no rush to that. Find people you trust to just tell a little bit too. And if you live in like Graham, I live in a rural area, and there's not, and it's 3 hours to drive to find a therapist or something like that. There's online support groups. There's oneinsix.org. That's specifically for men. That was referred to me. But there's a lot of online support groups, and I would just do some research to make sure that they're, like the 1 in 6 does an online support group meeting a couple days a week, and it's very vetted. It's not like an old chat room where someone can just show up and say awful, mean things. You're vetted. There's no perpetrators in there, and a lot of people feel comfortable in that because it's anonymous. The in-person support group meetings sometimes are too daunting and intimidating for people. Again, the two books I suggested, The Tao of Fully Feeling and Victims No Longer. Victims No Longer specifically for male survivors, but I'd say a female survivor could probably get some useful information out of there. And also for if you're the partner of a survivor, and maybe your partner is having memories or stuff come forward and they're flipping out and you don't know what to do, there's some resources for you in there. So I would start reading those books and be real gentle and slow and easy with yourself. And recovering from abuse and trauma is non-linear. That's what was told to me. It's not like a broken leg where, you know, at 8 weeks your leg is this, at 12 weeks you get the cast off, and then at 16 weeks you're starting to use a cane and you're walking, and by 6 months you're up on, you know, it's not that. I was in therapy for a year and was feeling pretty good, and then would just have days where I was just overwhelmed by it. So be real easy and gentle on yourself. And like I said in the other video, the most courageous thing you can do is ask for help. So just start taking that step. And it's going to take a couple of years. It's going to take some time. I'm a year and a half in. I'm doing really, really good. A lot better. I couldn't have told this story publicly a year ago, let alone 6 or 9 months ago. So, and if you know somebody that is struggling with this and you don't know what to do, again, I would refer to some of those resources and just be sort of real gentle with them. When someone tells you, you don't have to fix or cure it. You just have to say, I'm sorry that happened to you. And offer that they get some professional help. Thanks for watching the show, you guys. Thanks for supporting everything that I'm doing. Tour dates, all that stuff, grahamelwood.com, Patreon. Thank you for supporting the show. And thank you for the love and support. And as I said, if you are a survivor of some type of violence or abuse, you're not alone. And the most courageous thing you can do is ask for help. Thanks for watching.